So we're half an hour's drive away from Ivanovo, Furmanovsky region, and we're going to see lands,
Просто
empty.
мы ехали по окраине города Иваново.
We skirted Ivanovo without going into the center. These are the lands of the pig raising complex. The orange building is the piggery or whatever you call it. Yeah. So they have about 2,000 hectares of land for crops.
Вот половина земель, вот эти поля, там дальше еще поля. Мы сейчас не поедем дальше.
Those lands over there, and
показываю.
so they used to be abandoned, partly forested and overgrown with brush.
И в этом районе есть муниципальная земля, где-то, ну, до 2000, наверное, еще район может.
They have up to 2,000 hectares of municipal land in this district, in Furmanovo district.
Да, и есть частная земля тоже.
And there is private land. The private land here is for sale only, not for rent.
Немножко видно, вчера из-за ветра полегло. Вот.
Yeah, the wind kind of
Вчера сильный был ветер, да.
hurt the crops a little.
Вот, но
last year they were gathering 30 centners, so 3 tons of grain.
Да, этот год, я думаю, что более урожайный будет.
And this year the yield is going to be better. So these are the fields in this district. I mean, they're all the same.
По 50-100 гектар.
50-100 hectares.
Средний пункт.
Here's Judd. How much?
Five.
Judd, go
Oh,
toward that green.
Five.
5. They were liming the land here. So the guy in Kaluga mentioned for liming they return up to 90% of the funds you... ну да.
Потому что правда, ведь вот, земля-то землей.
Ну, и как бы это хорошо, когда тоже цены хорошие на товарные ресурсы, вот, потому что когда там это...
Ну, когда зерно дешевое, то тут тебе не довезти.
They have an agrochemical service which does chemical testing of the land every 5 years for free.
Там определенный набор показателей, он, конечно, не полный для агронома, но если...
Not the complete set of indicators, but...
Дальше поедем или здесь?
Should we go a little further, or what do you say?
Ну, в принципе, поля, они так...
Do you want to, or?
Можем вот до того поля еще доехать.
Do you want to go to that next field over there, or?
Sure, yes.
Ну, они не...
I don't know what that hump is.
Ну, здесь
there.
уже обработка прошла, здесь подозимый сев.
Yeah, that's winter grain. It's going to be.
Oh, they're going to plant a winter crop
Yeah,
there.
winter crop.
I see a few stones out there. Yeah, stones here.
Давайте вот здесь вернемся и поедем обратно.
The stones cause a lot of damage to equipment.
Камни, да, в Иваново?
В некоторых местах, да.
Yeah, some
Есть,
places they have stones, they do.
Little further. Okay.
The majority of soils here is weak acidity to medium acidity. 7.
Not acid.
7.0.
What did it start out at? Was it higher than that?
No?
So Denise is saying that there are opportunities for not only in cattle and grain, as everyone seems to be looking for, but they have a major project for berry plantations actually, and fresh berries and frozen berries are very popular, are a staple for Russia. So they are doing currants, strawberries, and zhimolist. God forbid, I don't know what it was called in English, but yeah. So traditional Russian berries. И вы говорите, что объем and raspberry. In 5 years, the amount of land or under cultivation for berries has grown three times, so 200%.
Да, и сейчас это в основном небольшие хозяйства фермерские, по 5 гектар.
So
Ну,
right
по 3,
now,
по 5 гектар.
these are small farming enterprises, 3 to 5 hectares basically.
Есть те, кто в теплице выращивает клубнику, например.
Some grow strawberries in hothouses. 5 years ago, they had one major berry grower and a couple of small ones. So, but for the past 5 years, this number have grown to over 10. So there is a huge deal of growth. Very popular, I can tell you, as a Russian, as a Muscovite, that's a very, very, very popular thing in big cities. People in during the season, people buy fresh berries for the children and pies with them, all kinds of things. And they mostly grow like a delicatessen varieties of berries, so more expensive ones. So they go to Moscow during the season for just fresh for sales in Moscow supermarkets. On the street, they're selling them too often. The majority of these enterprises use dripping melioration, if it's a correct term again.
Вот, растворные узлы ставят.
А это для чего?
Ну, для внесения удобрений.
Yeah, they have facilities for the spread of fertilizers as well.
У нас есть предприятие, которое выращивает шмелей и продает для тепличных и ягодных хозяйств.
There are some enterprises that grow bumblebees for pollination, да, то есть для опыления, and sell them.
И заменили израильские и голландские компании, если 5 лет назад еще покупали из Голландии и из Израиля.
5 years ago they used to buy bumblebees for pollination from Israel and Holland. Now we have our local homegrown Russian bumblebees in the Ivanovo region, so in this particular region. Okay. We also mentioned today canola.
Да, а еще одно направление это лен и конопля.
Yes, another thing, and you saw it in my interview a couple of years ago, hemp and flax. Actually, I called flax linen, but it is flax. Yeah, a lot of potential in it. The land under cultivation has grown sixfold. There is a guy that you saw in my videos as well, Maxim Uvarov, and he keeps working in this region. And the owner of the hemp house in the center of Moscow. Yeah, so he keeps growing his hemp and it's developing industry as well. If we're talking other areas of agriculture besides cattle and grains, so for example for berries, it's enough to have a couple of dozen hectares or 30-40 hectares to have like a full blossoming enterprise. And since 2018 they started organizing festivals of farm produce. Local farmers can have free places to attend these festivals to show off their products.
Ну, именно местных.
Local farmers.
Да, кто производит там молочную продукцию, сыры, колбасы.
Cheese, milk producers. You know, these farmers festivals, they're inviting there not only majors but really tiny players, people for example who make cheese and process something like 50 liters of milk a day, and by participating in this festival they got a feeling for their audience, for demand, and using farming subsidies and grants they became like farmers. They have become real farmers, not just a kind of home-based enterprise. And sausage makers and cheese makers are there are over 20 new ones in the region. So yeah, it's a very popular growing regional thing in Ivanovo.
Кто-то начинал условно с сыроварения у себя дома на кухне.
Some people started with making cheese in the kitchen for friends and family.
А сейчас уже цех там, на тонну молока в день.
And now they have shops for like 1 ton of milk a day.
Переработки.
Yeah. When we're talking about large spaces needed for things, you know, Ivanovo has a lot of opportunities for smaller enterprises land-wise, and yeah, you can make cheeses, you can make a lot of things, and it's all available. And the market is empty too. So far, last week, for example, Denise was the enterprise which grows tomatoes for seed. Seed tomatoes.
Это семейное хозяйство,
Family farm,
всего лишь на полгектара,
just half a hectare,
с теплицами такого летнего
with
варианта.
summer hothouses.
И у них 150 сортов томатов.
And they have 150 breeds of tomato for you know, for
Всех цветов радуги.
all colors of the rainbow.
То есть это такие десертные сорта.
Dessert variety.
Да. И они поставляют эти семена там на всю страну.
And they're supplying like the whole country with
Любителям
these
садоводам.
seeds.
Огородникам,
With
любителям.
you know, with the vegetable garden connoisseurs.
И ну, то есть нет ограничений. Можно и на одном гектаре что-то интересное.
No
выращивать.
restrictions. You can use 1 hectare and do a lot of interesting things on it.